and gentlemen, welcome to episode 25 of the Division Z podcast. My name is Jason.
And I am K Cosmic.
Welcome to another beautiful week of Black Ops Cold War Zombies.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's always a fun time playing the game, as it always should
Absolutely.
be.
Absolutely.
Man, I'm feeling pretty good about myself, honestly, with Black Ops Cold War. I did the Easter egg solo yesterday. That was pretty
Yeah,
fun.
I see that.
That was a fun one. That was pretty good.
I thought it was pretty fun when I did it as well. Yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on the game? I think we should just reflect over the first week of the game being out. I can then see where we go from there. I want to hear your thoughts first, though, because I know I feel like, but I want to know like everything, like what you like about the game so far, again,
Absolutely.
and what you don't like about it after the time period, the honeymoon phase is over.
After the honeymoon, yeah, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen so many people on Twitter, right? Oh, everyone relax. This is just, everyone's all on the fucking feel good juice for this game,
Yeah.
I mean, they're not wrong, but they're not entirely right either, because there are a lot of good things about this game. So.
Yeah.
Definitely think it's a good game. I definitely think Treyarch took a step in the right direction with everything that was going on with the game. I like the salvage system. I like exfil. I like all that kind of stuff. I think we mentioned this before last week. I think the things they really need to tone a little bit and, tweak are the Megaton killing you in one hit randomly sometimes.
Yeah.
And Plague Hounds jumping at you like 3 times in a row like a 9 Tiger would. Yeah. I feel like those are the two glaring issues with the game on the zombies front. And speaking of fixes and issues, the first major patch came out yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And the zombies community kind of in a weird spiral. Because the ray gun they thought got nerfed with Ring of Fire, but then it was accidental, and then Treyarch went to go fix it. So they patched it. They patched the game and broke the game with the patch. So they needed to patch the patch to patch
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that whole thing that happened last night with the ray gun was the most passionate the zombie community has been about one certain thing in a while.
Wrong.
You've seen it everywhere, though. Like, there's two sides of the arguments, and I even myself made a video about it because it was such a debated topic.
Yeah.
Like, should it have got nerfed or shouldn't it have got nerfed? I'm also seeing in chat about the actual chat on the screen. That thing's been an issue for ages. I'm trying to get it working. I'm going to try and get it working for next stream. So hopefully it's working for them. But
get her going.
No, like there's the two sides of the arguments, right? And I made the video about it, talking about it, and I felt like a rock in a hard place, right? Because I didn't know how to feel about this. Because I completely get that it's fun, that it's overpowered, and it's a PvE mode, so there, balancing shouldn't really be a big issue,
right?
But at the same time, it's like I understand from the other side where it's the fastest way to get to round 100.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I don't know how to feel about everything. I don't know where to put myself because I understand both arguments and I agree with both of them, but I don't know where to.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna place myself in the category of just leave it alone, right? So just leave the ray gun alone. If people wanna camp with Ring of Fire and the ray gun, let them camp with Ring of Fire. I've said many times before, camping is not my style. I get so bored of camping.
I understand that,
after a while, getting to 102 on classified with the Victorious Tortoise and Shield strategy, it was great because I got to round 100, but I was bored after round 50.
Yeah, your mind is just oh my god,
yeah,
oh
you
my
just go
god,
on autopilot, and you're like a drone kind of playing the game.
You can't even comprehend what's going on.
Yeah, there's no skill. That's the thing that gets me. That's just for me personally.
And I talk about this in the video as well, that again, I don't know how to feel about this. I keep saying it, and I think you're exactly right, not getting involved and just stand and watch, right? But the argument is as well, I've seen it from a few people, is if people want to play that way, let them.
Right.
Again, I completely get that, right? But I think the argument that the people that don't want them to play that way is that it's what's the point of the competition if this is the best way? And this is the best way to get to round 200.
Fair enough.
From a competition standpoint.
Right.
of course you're going to do it this way if it's the fastest. But then they're saying,
That's the thing.
It's such a hard topic.
That's
like,
the thing.
I don't even
if you want
know.
to talk about competition, right?
Yeah.
If you want to talk about getting to the highest round possible, and the thing that I think about when I think of a competition is testing your skills and showing that you're good at the game.
Yeah.
If everybody can do it, it's not competitive.
Yeah.
Let me say that again. If everybody can do the same thing without fail, with no hardship,
Yeah.
it's not a competition.
Absolutely not.
Because people have their own skill sets and they have their own thing that they're good at. They have their own little formulaic strategies that have them prove themselves. That's why I hoard zombies. That's why like I said, I love doing that way more than camping, because I feel like I'm testing myself. I feel like, am I a good player?
Yeah.
That's why, on Zombie Records, they have it where the electric burst strategy is banned, where you sit up in a corner with electric burst and ethereal razor, and that's it.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's
right?
banned,
That's
because
like
that's
the
just
easiest.
that's the easiest thing. Anyone can do that.
Yeah.
Just like the Victorious Tortoise thing. I believe that's also banned on Zombie Records as well. So it's one of those things where I feel like if you want to get into the competitiveness of Call of Duty Zombies, the Ring of Fire strategy will be banned eventually on Zombie Records. I 100% agree, or I 100% anticipate that, because if everybody can do it, everyone can just get to around 1 billion, and that's not testing your skills. But once again, that's my opinion. You can do it.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
If
there's
that's
no
what floats your
no
boat,
stopping you doing it.
awesome. You want to get to round 500 doing that? Cool. I'm going to get to round 500 training in the yard,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Agree to disagree.
Again, I completely get what you're saying, and if people be like that, I completely get it. But think of it this way, right? Like, if someone gets to round 200 by doing that strat, is it really a victory, or have you just played yourself? You know what I mean? Because you've been doing the same thing, right? I know it's the same as training, right? But with training, if you're training, a lot more can go wrong. There's a lot more things that can,
right.
It's a lot more refreshing than sitting in a corner for like 5 hours, right?
Yeah.
But no, I don't know if that's such a thing to be proud of. Fair enough, you got to round 200 in under 5 hours or 5 hours. But
I think where the community finds spectacle in these camping strategies is the overall longevity of the game. And what I mean by that is, take someone like Krups, for example, right? Around 10,000 in World at War. All these insanely high rounds, and I don't know anyone else's name because Krups is the biggest World at War guy, right? But all these other people who play World at War, they go days playing the same game. And people go, whoa, this guy went to round 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, and that's insane. So people, I think, are more attached to the spectacle of how long a game can be. And they go, wow, how insane that this guy can do the same strategy over and over again and get to a high round. And, because at the end of the day, I think a lot of, especially casual Zombies players, want to see someone get to an insanely high round. Just for, like I said, for the spectacle of it. Because, oh my gosh, I wish I could get to round 10,000,
Yeah.
So that's kind of my thought.
Well, I completely get a lot of the arguments from that point of view as well. I seen someone write down a whole list of why Black Ops Cold War is the worst zombie game for high rounds and that. And it's basically because the game, it's not so much a grind for getting the high rounds anymore. It's more if you can just do the strategy right. Because I think a lot of things, I think it's not 24 zombies that spawn per horde. I think it might be in the 30s now. It's 30-something zombies that spawn. And on the higher rounds, it's a max of 300 zombies spawning per round or something. Something like that. It makes it go a lot faster.
I didn't notice that actually.
That's why the game, it takes so quick to go by. It's not by the amount of zombies you're killing so fast. It's to do with that, and there's a lot less zombies spawning in.
To be honest,
on top of,
I thought it was just I had really powerful guns and I was just killing really fast. Oh my god, the Gallo's really good. Oh my god, the M16.
like if no one mentioned it, probably a lot of people wouldn't notice. But like that's the reason like you can get to around 200 in 5 hours compared to
Mhm.
like World at War, where it take like a you'd be doing it for days and days and days, right? Like it would take a long
Mhm.
time,
I
a
mean,
long time of
yeah,
grinding, where a lot more can go wrong.
a lot more can go wrong when hoarding up zombies. I agree.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's the whole thing. Like, and I think it's so funny with how the community reacted to the whole ray gun thing. You
Yeah,
know, everyone and their mothers made a video about the ray gun being nerfed,
including me,
right? Including, yeah. I
including
was
me.
like,
Yeah,
okay, fair enough. He's making an update video about the ray gun.
yeah,
And I'm just sitting here like, it's expected. Some things are gonna be nerfed, whatever. And then Treyarch on Twitter was like, "Oh yeah, that was an accident. Ring of Fire is supposed
yeah,
to do it with any weapon," which makes sense because it's
yeah.
that the effect literally says any weapon. So if it's gonna be any weapon, it should be any weapon.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I completely agree. I kind of want to go into the same topic, but I want to compare it to past games, right? About how like the easiness of high rounds, because we have someone in chat
Fair
saying
enough.
BO3 high rounds are easy. So here's what I want to say, right?
Hmm.
I think the problem with BO4 is that the wonder weapon itself wasn't the main gun you'd use; it was the Helion Salvo,
Right.
and I think that was the main complaint about that game being too easy. I think that with the perks and the way you could manipulate them to be really good.
Yeah.
I think that was the main reason why that was boring. In this game, we have a wonder weapon that's really good, right?
Yeah.
Where it's supposed to be good, if you know what I mean. It's not just like an RPG or something. It's supposed to be the one of the better guns, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of it. That's kind of an interesting thing to mention, right? How people were so upset that the Helion
Yeah,
Salvo is the gun that everyone uses for high rounds, but then they're not upset
yeah,
about the ray gun. It's
yeah.
it's
I
really interesting to me. Is it because the Raycon? What? Yeah, the fucking
Raycon,
what those
new
earbuds,
DLC 5
uh,
wonder weapon, the Raycon
the
coming to
Raycon.
Black Ops Cold War
Oh god,
2.
I can't word good. But is it because the ray gun has such iconography that
I think so.
it's just oh, it's a zombie staple and oh, everyone wants to use it, then the
Yeah,
Helion Salvo, that's just like, oh, rocket launcher, go burr, like,
yeah.
like,
All I'm saying is, if this is how the normal ray gun is, when they add in the ray gun Mark II, I'm just taking a
bro.
backseat. I think.
I want they should add the ray gun Mark II in future
Yeah.
maps. They really should. They really should.
I
Just because why not?
one point. Oh, I don't know. So I had a little thought about this to myself as well. Was I think people are letting it slide more this time because the last time the ray gun was actually good was probably Black Ops 1.
Fair enough.
Black Ops 2 at latest. Black Ops 3, it was just like, no, right?
Yeah,
Black
Ops
Ops
3 is a
4,
no.
Black Ops 4 it was bad, but technically it wasn't because the health cap and you could kill zombies for like infinite rounds if they really wanted to.
Right.
But I think
You
people
had
just
that
ignored
headshot
that
thing.
because you had a Helion Salvo.
Right.
In this game, the ray gun is overall the best weapon. Like, why wouldn't you use it? It's better than every if you're trying to get to high
Yeah.
round really fast, you're not leveling up weapons, things like that. It's the best weapon.
It's better than a
one
lot of the
problem
wonder
is
weapons.
my one problem is with the ray gun being as strong as it is I think the wonder weapons, the main ones on the map, should be stronger.
I agree. And I think
I think.
honestly, I mean, if I don't get a ray gun out of the box, which is like most of the time because I have the worst
Yeah.
box luck when it comes to the ray gun.
I
in
think
this
everyone's
game.
like that. I think everyone's
Hey,
like that.
you know what? Make the ray gun super rare. That's fine. That's totally
Yeah.
fine because
I get it.
if it's
Yeah.
if it's gonna be that powerful, make it that rare.
Yeah.
What was I gonna? Oh yeah. So like for the times I don't get the ray gun, I've been crafting the cryo emitter upgrade for the die, and
Oh yeah.
the cryo one is so good against the megaton.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. It's like
It's
Gone.
instantaneous. I mean, it's so fast. So
Mhm.
for the times I don't have a ray gun, I'll have that, and then I'll have my Gallo
Yeah.
or M16 or something like
Yeah.
that, or the LW3. I was so surprised doing a
I've
stream
seen-
earlier in
yeah.
the week that the LW3 is still a one shot to the head, fully upgraded, fully pack punch, full rarity on round 50.
I've seen if you completely
Crazy.
max it out with all the effects, with Deadshot, with
Yeah, that shot too.
all your loadout stuff, all that. I think the damage might be something stupid like
1 million.
What
Yep.
was it? Yeah.
Smart guy.
hello?
Yep.
That's
Smart
so
guy's
good.
video
Like-
of doing that. That's
I
insane.
the thing is, right? I can let that gun slide because it's so hard to get that effect, like that damage,
Oh,
because you have to do
absolutely.
so much right to get
Mhm.
it to do that. But like that's good. I like the snipers there. Well, that sniper is good again. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
I mean, I use the Pellington a little bit too, and the Pellington, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I have a lot more mobility. Like I feel
Yeah,
like I'm
yeah,
going really quickly with the Pellington as opposed to the LW3 for whatever reason.
yeah. Mhm.
Um, but yeah, snipers are definitely underrated, I would say, in the game because everything else is outshining it, like the Gallo and ray gun. So
Yeah, exactly. I think. What do you think about other weapons needing buffs? Do you think other weapon needs buffs, or do you
yeah,
think overall you think they're all right? No, you think we need a few
I,
updates on them, make them a bit stronger.
I think we need a couple of weapon buffs. I think we need a buff on assault rifles and SMGs because
Yeah,
Craig Houston, one of the huge talking points of Black Ops Cold War is every gun can be a really good weapon.
yeah.
But the SMGs and assault rifles are kind of not
Not as
there.
good as
Like
the
they don't
shotgun.
have that much power to them, even upgraded.
I
So
think.
I feel like those
I
could use
think
a bit of buff.
SMGs in this game are just irrelevant because their main purpose in
True.
past games were probably getting points, right?
Right.
Not to say that there weren't any good SMGs, because there were. There were SMGs that could put out really high damage.
Right.
But the main purpose of them were for lower rounds, getting points, all that stuff,
Hmm.
right? And in this game, that's not a thing because you only get points
Yeah.
by killing zombies. By the way, fun fact: did you know if you go with friends and all your teammates do damage to a zombie and you kill it, you all get the same amount of points for it?
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if we all shot a zombie in the foot and then you killed it, we'd all get like 100 points.
Wow. See, I
I'm
wouldn't know
pretty sure.
that because I play I
I've seen
play
like
solo
a
like
tip and trick thing.
99% of the time.
Like I didn't know that must be how like the round free Easter egg completions have been done. I think.
Damn. Well, no, actually, how it's being completed is
That was it.
I saw this new
Hacks.
method. Yeah, hacks. I know a
Hacks, yeah.
hack.
God mode.
I don't know how they do all the other Easter egg steps, but I know how they accumulate points. It was a video from Glitching Queen. Was it Glitching Queen? No, it was Codename Pizza. Codename Pizza. He was with the No Thumbs crew and I watched his latest myth busting video. And
Yeah.
when a player downs, you will constantly get points for reviving that player. So just have your
So
teammate die 1,000 times and just keep reviving them, and you got a bunch of points.
is that coming from anyone's pocket? No.
Nope, it just straight up, your teammate, from what I remember, doesn't lose points when they
So
down. They just have to
if we're on
die.
round one and you keep going down, I can just keep reviving you entire like 1,000,000 points.
Oh yeah, yeah, I saw
Okay,
that
well,
on myth busting.
I think that might be a glitch. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
no, I
lie.
mean definitely.
I don't think that's meant to be in the game.
Oh man, wait, could you imagine though? It's like, oh yeah, so this is the secret method on how to get 1,000,000 points on round one.
How to open the entire map on round one?
Like how to do the Easter egg on round one. That'll be coming soon. That'll
Yeah,
be coming
yeah,
soon.
no.
Because what's the lowest round
It's
they've done it
necessary.
on so far?
I think it's free. I think it's free is the lowest round that
That's
they
crazy.
have been able to get to. So I think they'll definitely be able to push it to round one if they can do it by round three. I don't think there's any. Actually, no, they won't. Plague hounds.
Maybe.
They need plague hounds. So I think it'd be. Actually, no, it might not even be round two because they need the megaton to spawn in.
Well, think about it this way too, right? Because you need the plague hound for the canister. Oh, okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
the kind
Actually, never mind. I was thinking to myself, well, don't you need a plague hound around for that? But then I just remembered when picking up the ether scope parts, plague hounds spawn in.
Oh, well, there you go.
So you could
But
use that.
One of them. How would you get a megaton to spawn in though?
I think
Is there any parts of the Easter eggs where one spawns in naturally that you could use to get? You need them to shoot the thing, and then you need them to split as well.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I know
Yeah.
Mayak spawns in when you go to the Dark Ether doing the diary thing. But
Yeah.
I have no idea. These people are
Mhm.
are insane, the strategy they come up with. And yeah, shout out to the No Thumbs crew.
I know,
Shout
like
out to them, and shout out to
that's
all these other crazy people who do the fucking Easter eggs this early. Not just Cold
yeah,
War,
like,
Black Ops 4, and all the other games too. It's nuts.
yeah. They always manage to find a way to get it done. Like Revelations is one I remember, where it's like round one, and it's like, God,
Because it has something to do with
See,
manipulating the
chat.
zombie spawns in the worm.
Yeah, yeah. Like they just find anything they can, and they just utilize it, which I like. Me myself, like I'm not like I'm all right at zombies, but you see Easter eggs.
Yeah,
I'm not too good. I
I've
need
never
someone
been
to
a
carry
big
me through
Easter
it.
egg player either. Yeah.
Hmm.
But I feel like I think I interrupted you saying something. What did you say?
Oh yeah, no, I'm seeing Lobs in the chat. Just want to say hi. I'm seeing in the chat. Lobs.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the podcast. But yeah, man, it's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts what the zombies community has come up with, and
Yeah.
strategies and things like that.
And I think in the later DLC seasons of Black Ops Cold War that there will be a lot more things like this happening.
Yeah.
I'm excited for DLC. What are you thinking as far as DLC goes? Like, do you think the game needs it soon, or do you think people are going to be able to play the same map over and over?
I feel as if where we are in the zombies community right now, people don't mind playing Die Maschine over and over.
Yeah.
I remember watching one of Mr. Alexify's live streams the other day, and he was comparing this a lot to Shadows of Evil, where back in Shadows of Evil, he would stream the game every single day and he would grind it out.
Mhm.
And I remember watching a few of those streams, and I totally agree. I think Black Ops Cold War Zombies has the energy behind it for people to want to stream it every day, to play it every day. There's the Zombies Mastery Camo Dark Ether. I started the grind this week. I got gold on the knife, and we're going to continue doing it next week. So it's one of those things that I think so many people are so excited to continue playing this game because it's a good launch map. It's a really good launch map.
It's pretty solid for what it is, and all the new features they've added in just give so much replay value to the game, I personally think.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to see there's not a lot of blue screens. I've seen a few on Twitter. It got me kind of scared. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen the few, right? And there's that the loadout bit where you can like mess around with your classes and that. If you went into your classes to upgrade them, a lot of the time that would blue screen you for some weird reason, right? Yeah. No idea why.
I never got that blue screen, but it was always lag. No. It would always lag for me when I was just like, is the game about to break?
Like, no. So I'm glad to see that they really kind of, I wouldn't say polish the game because the game's not polished. There's a lot of not massive problems, but there are things that need fixed, right?
But the Aether Shroud teleportation.
Yeah, right. But the game's in a lot more of a playable state now than it could possibly ever be.
Yeah, and the fact that they made comparing this to Black Ops 4, right? They made a way more stable game than Black Ops 4 at launch than, given the circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the middle of, one of the worst fucking events to happen in world history. All the production has been, thrown in a blender, and they've managed to bring out this product, and it's a fantastic product, actually.
Yeah, it's crazy how they've managed. It baffles me, right? I've always had this theory, the less time developers have, the better they do, because they're like, okay, there's no time to play around. Let's just get something good out.
Perhaps, yeah.
Right? Like we have Black Ops 1, we have Black Ops 2. Black Ops 3 is the one exception, I think, where time benefited them. But again, the reason Black Ops 3 campaign wasn't too good is because they tried to get too complex with it. And I think the whole mindset was like, oh, we have plenty of time to, get this thing out. And then it was like, boom, the game's coming out in 2 months or whatever. And then it's like, okay, let's wrap this up.
Yeah. Black Ops 3 campaign was whack.
Yeah. I think the thing with Cold War is it has so much manpower behind it with other studios.
Yeah.
And they have the pressure on, right? Because it's like, okay, you're not releasing the game this year, releasing it this year. Make a game, make it sell. And I think for zombies, they've won. Multiplayer, I've heard a lot of bad things. I've heard people are not enjoying it. That the maps are pretty bad. And I've gone in it personally myself. I'm not good at multiplayer. I'm really bad at multiplayer. Okay, like if you were to compare me to I don't know, little Timmy, and it was for $1 million, I'd probably lose. I would probably lose. I'm not gonna lie. But zombies and campaign, they both seem to be really like they're getting received well, like a lot.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad to see that. I'm excited to play through the campaign. I'm like, really excited to play through the campaign.
It's good.
And yeah,
It's good.
yeah.
I did the campaign earlier this week too, man. It's good.
I
It's
think it was you that
classic.
said that the end was really like like it messes with your mind, and it's like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I think it's one of those endings. I'll say it's similar to Black Ops 1's campaign,
Okay.
but I think for whatever, I think this time around, to me personally, it messes with your head more just because of what you do in the game. So just keep that in mind. And also, some of the missions are really fun, like really clever and creative missions. I mean, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but there's this really cool espionage mission that you do like halfway through the game, and it's top notch.
Yeah, I watch it. The old Penguins is.
I've heard of the name, yeah.
Yeah, well, he does this thing called the like Moist Review, and I can't remember what the other one is, but it's for games, right? He doesn't really play COD, but he reviewed the game, and he was like, the campaign is probably the best campaign in ages. I feel like every year everyone says this campaign's really good, but this campaign is actually solid. It's really short, but the campaign, like overall, is such a good story.
Yeah.
And I'm just pumped. I'm decided to myself as well. I'm not going to live stream it because there's people that don't want to get spoiled. I'm just going to make videos in each mission, and then if they want to watch it, they can, and then if they don't, they don't. So
exactly.
I just don't want to spoil anything for anyone, and I don't want to do something where people can't watch because they don't want to get spoiled, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like I want to talk about the campaign, but I don't want to spoil it right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's the one thing.
I think next week after you've done the campaign, let's talk about the campaign because
absolutely, yeah,
it's a good campaign.
I feel like with I don't know if we talked about it last week. I don't think we did because the Easter egg probably was still locked, but the Easter egg got solved and it got solved pretty fast, right?
2 hours.
I think that's a world record, especially for a launch map. Like, 2 hours. I think was it 2 hours 30, 2 hours 50,
something like that, somewhere in that time frame.
It's just crazy. Okay, that they've managed to solve this Easter egg that they've probably put some time in, but to be honest, as well, a lot of the Easter egg is just upgrading weapons.
That's true. It's like the Origins Easter egg, right? Or like the Horizon Drac Easter egg. A huge chunk of it is getting the elemental weaponry. And that's fine. That is totally fine to me. Because this Easter egg, what it does now is it gets players used to the map. It gets players to experience the map a lot more and learn it. And it makes the Easter egg a lot more accessible to new players too. Because really, after you do the upgraded DIEs, you just shoot the things on the capsule, get the megaton, and you're pretty much at the boss fight at that point.
Yeah, exactly. There's not
very
a
simple.
lot that goes into it. So it doesn't really surprise me that they've actually been able to done it. Like, I don't know. I think I don't know how to think about this, right? Because I know it wasn't just Jason behind a lot of the work that goes into Black Ops 4, right? Or went into like the previous zombie games, right? Like Black Ops 3 and 4. Right. But I feel like he really wanted that extra spice and mystery. Well, in this game, they don't really care about it too much.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I think they care about it, right? They care about it, but they're a lot more open with stuff. Like it's not like they'll tease stuff, but not really tease it. They'll say it in like phrases and things like that, right? But the Easter egg for me, I thought it was fun. It was easy, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because it means it's more accessible to people that actually do.
Yeah, no.
I hope in later season, like the later season of the game, I hope the maps they have, the Easter eggs, are maybe just the tiniest bit harder where it lasts for like a day or even more, just like 2 hours, right?
That would be fun.
And I would really like to see an ending cutscene. I pray that it's not just an exfil each game. I could definitely see it, but I hope. I don't know.
That is the one thing that was a little bit, I wouldn't call it strange because I think at least I've gotten used to the whole exfil thing, right? I've gotten used to flying away and doing all that. But I agree. We can definitely see that exfil thing happening at the end of every Easter egg because, it's a strike team and, we got to do all these operations and it's more, you got more of that military operation focus, kind of like a campaign kind of thing, right? But yeah, I definitely want to see more cutscenes. I want to see more cutscenes with Samantha Maxis. I want to see more with Gregory Weaver. I want to flesh out the Dark Aether story,
Yeah,
because
because
really
I
all we've
feel
done is
like
just do the Orlov thing, and that's about it.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like with this story, I'm not emotionally attached to anyone at all. Like
Yeah,
with
not yet.
with Black Ops 4 and 3, they really polished it out where you cared about like the character arcs and them evolving over time
Right,
and all that, like all that stuff, right? But this
right.
game, it's like obviously you can't care about the characters you're playing as. They're just operators, right? You can't really care about them. Weaver and that are cool, but you know, you only really hear them from radios. Like it's almost like they're not there, right?
A little bit. I mean, the
They're,
thing.
they're involved around the story, and I think in later maps they'll be a lot more involved with stuff.
Yeah.
And I think the best change they can do for that is adding in playable characters, and then to make it so that if you want to go in as an operator, why not? Why not?
Right. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, okay. I
Yeah.
just don't think Treyarch would add the operators for no reason either.
You think they're just doing it because in their heads it's like, okay, this is a really good business standpoint because it means that when you buy something, they can use it in this game mode and encourages people like us to buy skins.
Well, not only that, because think about what the game comes with, right?
Okay.
The game comes with you got the normal operator, you got Park, you've got Adler, you've got Woods, you got Sims. Those are main campaign characters,
Yeah.
right? So you got the Black Ops Cold War campaign that focused on some interesting topics. And now that some
Yeah.
of these characters are bleeding over into zombies, we could have dialogue between Adler and Park talking about, oh, this and that, and, you know,
Yeah.
whatever it might be. And they could grow to be our main characters, you know, oh, after the events of, you know, the campaign and after, you know, everything that happened with Bell and Perseus and all that kind of stuff, this is what happens. So I feel like there could be a lot of opportunity for that. I could be
Actual
crazy,
character,
but I think Treyarch would not put that there for no reason. Just personally saying.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely get that. I think as well. I think probably one of the reasons why there wasn't like a lot of like character dialogue focused in on this map, especially, was more because the time crunch.
Maybe.
And they probably thought this is what I'm thinking at least, right? Because they got the campaign done. The campaign itself, I'm not spoiling it by saying it's like around 4 hours. Like, you know, it's not the longest campaign in the world.
Yeah, no.
No. So I think if they didn't have, if that's not how long the campaign is, right? That's how long the campaign is, right?
Pretty much if you don't do any of the side missions.
Yeah. That's the story of the game. That's the main story aspect of the game. I feel like if they could do even more than that, then they probably would have put like the dialogue and zombie. I think they probably took a lot of the work from that end and took it over to the campaign because they're like, look, we need a campaign. Zombies, just put operators in them. It makes more sense. Like it makes it easier for us.
Yeah, I could.
And
Yeah,
and I completely agree with their move. Like it makes perfect sense. I don't blame them. It like for the situation that they're in, I completely stand by it, and I don't blame them at all. If that's why they did it,
right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. You know, it's. I mean, Weaver was a component of the old. Here's the thing. It's the old storyline because it's from years ago, but it's still the same storyline.
Yeah.
But, you know, since Weaver has been involved with the Black Ops Cold War story, and now, I got my contact in Samantha Maxis, and, you know.
Yeah.
I just think there's a lot of possibility. I think there's a lot of opportunity for them to do it. And I think they should pull the trigger on it and just be like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just blend the universes because you have the actual ether and you got the dark ether.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. And then, you know, we could have a map in the future where the realities actually blend together and you'll have Woods and Dempsey back to back on the battlefield with like their Tommy guns.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
And then,
that'd be so
and then they'll
cool.
both say at the same time, "Oorah!" And then they'll be like, "Hey!"
I wouldn't say anything, but I've seen one mission from the campaign, like a little clip, and it's the most hilarious thing I've ever seen.
Oh well, which one was it? Wait, which one was it?
I mean, I will talk about it, right? Because I won't spoil it too much. Let's just say an old friend from a zombie map no one really liked came back.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I know what you're
And
talking about.
Frank Woods has the funniest line, and it's like
Yep.
great.
I know what you're
It was
talking about.
It was JC's reaction I saw to it, and he was like, "Oh my god, oh my god," and it's so good. I can't
Oh
wait to play the
man.
campaign to just that because I'm gonna die laughing. And it
Yeah.
look is good.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
cool mission. That's a cool mission.
yeah.
Oh, but yeah,
Oh,
speaking of extra content in the future, we're getting our first content since launch added to Black Ops Cold War on Tuesday. It's going to be Nuketown
oh yeah.
84. That's going to be really cool, the return of Nuketown. And, you know, if you want to get technical too, the return of Nuketown Zombies because of Zombies Onslaught being a multiplayer thing. So, well,
Yeah, yeah,
multiplayer Zombies combo, I should say. Um, but yeah, it looks really fun. I mean, it's Nuketown, but the aesthetic of it
yeah,
looks cool.
yeah.
Um,
I will warn everyone. There is the Easter egg for the map, and people have found it. Some people have gotten into it for some reason, right? I don't know how, right? But
hmm.
the Easter egg for the map, it's really cool. I got spoiled for it because I was scrolling through Instagram. It is out there, so you know how Nuketown
Wow.
has like their own little Easter eggs in the map that
Right,
you shoot all the
yeah.
heads off, and this one's really cool. And I'm not gonna say anything, but
Yeah,
just be careful
no.
because
I wanna find out when
like
it actually comes out.
yeah, I will say that it's it's really cool. It's really cool. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Interesting. They
Yeah.
also Treyarch also added the new shotgun variant. The what I think is funny, it's called the Last Stop, right? And didn't the transit bus go to Nuketown? Isn't that like a thing?
Yeah, you can hear you can hear the transit bus when you're in Nuketown, like around 6 or something. It goes,
So
whatever, right?
I've always thought I think that name is a little bit of a callback, right? It's called the Last Stop. You know, oh, the bus's last stop. You know,
Nuketown.
I don't know. That could be a little Easter egg there with Ted. Who knows? And then they also added mannequin keychains to all the guns in the game.
Oh,
You can
did
do
they?
it now. You can do it now. You can get your Hauer shotgun variant. You can get all the keychains, and they got
Yeah.
like it's the funniest thing in the world. Oh yeah, what keychain do you want to put on your gun? Yeah, I think I want to put Chad on my gun.
What?
I think I want to put Karen on my gun. I want to put
Wait.
Thad on the gun.
Can you do wait, go more in detail about this. Go more in detail.
Because
Like
the keychains just have names on them, right? So it's just
really?
like it's the little mannequin guy just like sitting there like that, and they have names, and the name of the keychain is just like Kevin
Are they just
or like or like Chad or like something like
just
that.
very just them types of names? Just like
Yeah,
that's pretty funny.
it was like like Vlad and Thad and all these names.
Chad.
Yeah, it's funny. I on stream the other day, I was like, Chad, which one do we do? And the chat's like, do Chad.
Be a Chad.
Be a
Oh my
Chad.
god.
Ah,
That's great. That is
But-
absolutely great.
yeah, Zombies Onslaught on Nuketown should be fun because then we'll get that zombies feel on Nuketown again, and that'll be
Yeah.
cool. That'll be cool, I think.
Yeah, and I know at least, and I know your chat probably knows as well that you're quite a big fan of Alpha Omega. So
I do
I can
think it's a
imagine
good
you're
map.
pretty excited.
I am excited. I mean, Nuketown's a Treyarch staple, and
Yeah.
you know, it's definitely one of those things where it's cool to see it come back to the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Alpha Omega more than a lot of other people do.
Yeah, I'm excited for this to come out because I like Nuketown Zombies from Black Ops 2. Like, I think it's casual, it's fun, it's just you go on and chill.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see this come back, and if they were to add in Nuketown again to Zombies, right, I'd have absolutely no problem as long as it was just like a small survival map. That'd be cool. That'd be fine, and they could absolutely do it if they
Yeah.
really wanted to. And with all the support that Zombies is getting right now over all the other multiplayer, because that's the only other game mode, right?
Mm.
I think it's more possible than now, especially with like the zombies already in multiplayer and spawns set already, for them to actually do that.
Yeah, I think there's definitely the opportunity for
Yeah.
small survival maps like that. I personally believe they should do Noct. They should
Oh, yeah.
take the
That's
they
fair.
should take Noct from D Machine and just make it a survival map because why the hell not? You know,
It's already there.
give it the transit effect where you can play D Machine or you can play small survival map.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it this way.
100%.
They did that for multiplayer. They did that for
Mhm.
Armada and Crossroads. They have Crossroads Strike and Armada Strike. where it's the smaller
Yeah.
condensed versions of each of those maps. So if you can do it for multiplayer, do it for zombies.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good idea.
Mm.
But
yeah, that would absolutely work.
yeah, I think honestly, it's gonna be interesting because season 1 is coming out in December 10th, I believe. So that'll be our first zombies map released, more than likely, right? Because it's new season, and
I would hope so.
yeah,
All I know is all they say is new zombie game. Was it game mode or game modes?
I think I don't know if it was plural or not, but
I hope it's modes.
I'm really
I'd be
hoping
pretty-
it's grief. I'm really hoping
Yeah,
it's grief.
Grief.
Or
That's the one I
Turns
care
or
about
something.
the most. I want Grief to come back because I think overall it's the best side game mode we've had. What they've added in.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's just gauntlets. They're just adding gauntlets again.
Honestly, I wouldn't be mad.
You wouldn't mind. Okay, you wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't be mad because a lot more people like this game than Black Ops 4. And then
So you
people
think
will
people will be a lot
actually
more
want
keen.
to play them. Gauntlets,
Yeah.
I think, are a great idea for the most part. I think it can get kind of repetitive doing the same challenges over and over again. It's like, you already know what to expect. But in a way, what else are they supposed to do? You can't just
Yeah.
have randomly generated challenges to a certain degree because, then people would complain about that, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it would, because people actually like Black Ops Cold War, they'll actually want to do the gauntlets. So,
Yeah.
and I think that's why gauntlets failed in Black Ops 4 for the most
Yeah.
part. For the most part, because I liked doing them, and I've done all of them except for the hard mode unsinkable. That one is bad.
Yeah.
But, a lot of people don't do the gauntlets in Black Ops 4 because they didn't like Black Ops 4.
Yeah.
So,
A good point in chat from Okoso is the fact that they say modes, but Die Machine is listed as a sort of mode round 20 endless playlist. So you know how you can do the round
Right.
20 mode on Die Machine, right?
Right.
Or D Machine, however it's pronounced. I always mess it up, right? What do they mean something like that? What do they mean? Okay, get to round 50. This is our new game mode. I don't know how I feel about that.
It would be a little underwhelming, but I could
Yeah.
see them doing that. If I'm being honest, I haven't touched that round 20 playlist yet. Like,
Why would you?
yeah,
You can do the exact same thing in normal zombies.
exactly.
If I really wanted to.
and
'Cause
it's
I
funny.
think-
It's funny how they mentioned D Machine Endless. I mean, yeah, that's the point.
That's the point.
That's the point of zombies. Go and survive for as long as you can.
I think as well, like the thing is with the ending around 20, right? Is if you go on that playlist, you're absolutely set in stone leaving around 20. But if you go on endless, you get to choose. So
Right.
why wouldn't I want to choose? Maybe I go in wanting to get to round 20, and then you know what? I want to get to round 25.
Right.
You can't do that in round 20.
Well, also think about it this way, right? It's a public match. So a lot of public matches, a lot of people leave early, or a lot of
Yeah.
people, they don't want to play the same game with the same people, and I think a lot of people get tired of public matches after a while. Because that's a great idea. Let me jump into a public match. I'll play with more people, and then some of the people are just trolls. They don't open the doors. They do
Like you buy the doors.
So I feel like that's kind of a way of Treyarch saying, like, yeah, if you want to play a public match, you don't have to play it forever. You can just play with randoms
Yeah.
for a little bit, and then I don't know. I mean, I that's kind of the defense I can see for the round 20 playlist.
Yeah. I mean that's fair enough. That is fair enough. I can definitely see that the appeal to people like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been in a public game of zombies since maybe early Black Ops 3 days. I think Black Ops 2 is the peak for public lobbies.
Dude, last time I did a public lobby, it broke my PlayStation.
Did it?
I did a public lobby on 9. I was just for fun, right?
Yeah.
And my game fucking crashed, and I'm trying to I'm like, all right, let me close application. Nothing's working on my controller, right? I can't do anything. I'm like, oh, did my whole PlayStation die? So I went to the console itself and I held down the button, and nothing happened. So I'm like,
No.
is this thing broken? Like,
Black Ops 4 broke
what
your
the hell?
PlayStation.
So I had to do the last ditch effort, unplug it from the wall straight up, and
Yeah.
then plug it back in and have the PlayStation yell at me, "You didn't turn it off properly. There's gonna be damage. It's gonna be all broken." And then you actually get to the menu screen. Welcome to
And I think
PlayStation.
that was fine. It's just the chill PlayStation background music.
Pretty much, yeah. So I that was the last time I did a public lobby. I'm like, fuck that. Like, it's just gonna
Never again.
break my
I'm done.
PlayStation for some reason.
Oh, that's too good. That is too good. Well, I think with this game, I don't know, because I haven't been in public. I've even been in public lobby yet in this game.
I've not. No, I've not. No, I don't.
No.
No.
I want to try it, but I don't know. I feel like when you go on zombies, I never have the need to just play casual game of zombies. I want to go in and do something normally, right?
Mhm.
Whether that be Easter egg around 100, get guns. I never want to go. It sounds sad, but I never want to go in and just not do like. I don't want to just play the game for fun. I want to go in and do. I want to grind it.
I can understand that. I
I enjoy doing stuff, right? So I think going in a public, I think going in a public lobby, right? You're going to go in and it's either going to be no one's talking, right? Or that one little kid's gonna be like, "Do you know how to do the Easter egg?"
Oh yeah.
You know, like, and they're like, "Oh, I know how to do it," and they have no idea.
You got that. You got that one kid with the microphone, like the vacuum's going off in the background, and the dogs are barking. And come eat your dinner. One more game.
Yeah,
You know, like
I can't. I'm doing the Easter egg.
I can't pause an online game. Like, you know. So that is the squeaker stereotype, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Love to see it. Man.
God.
That's the thing. Like, even when I was younger, right? I played a bunch of, public lobbies and whatnot, but I never hopped on the microphone. Just because I've never really liked just randomly just talking to people on public matches. Just not my style, right? Because I'm just used to going into a public match, like multiplayer, for example, right? And just playing multiplayer.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how I feel about zombies. But I know zombies has a lot more team aspect to it, as far as, open this door, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to do this wonder weapon upgrade, So I feel like it would be better to actually talk in zombies, but I just never did. I just didn't care.
Yeah, I mean, with multiplayer as well in this game, I've been in a few lobbies, right? And all it has been is screaming and raging down the mic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all it's been. That's all it's been. And like, I was live for some of the sessions I played, and I had to mute everyone. So it was it's absolute, like, your ears aren't gonna work after listening to it, right?
It's ridiculous, man.
I feel like we haven't experienced that properly since Black Ops 2. We had it in Modern Warfare a wee bit, where I think they brought back like the whole, like, raging and like shit talking and that,
Absolutely.
Right? But in this game, it feels like a Treyarch like chat lobby. It feels like someone's blasting like Maroon 5 down their mic. Someone's I don't know, arguing with their mother.
Oh yeah.
About not going to school or something. And it's just not a good time. It's not a good time.
Because that's the thing about it, is everyone is turning into a tryhard.
Yep.
And the thing is about it, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, right? And I'm not going to say it's a good or bad thing yet, just because, again, who doesn't want to play really well in a game? But, I mean, I think with the rise of all these real try-hard lobbies and skill-based matchmaking, and, everyone has to kind of be forced to be an MLG player.
Yeah.
It gets a lot of people into that, I don't want to say toxic mindset, but it gets them into that, angry and shit talking.
You're not going in with
mindset.
a good mood.
Yeah.
You're going in and you're not happy, and the littlest thing can set you off.
Right. And I think that's kind of some of the culture that is surrounding some of the public lobbies, which I'm not saying all public lobbies are like this, right? Because let's face it, a little bit of shit talking isn't bad. A little bit of shit talking isn't bad, like, kick your ass, or like, oh, motherfucker, whatever. Yeah. But like, damn, dude, some of the shit talking that you hear is just like, that's racist.
Like, that's racist, that's sexist. Like, oh my god, like fair enough.
The stuff that's like not necessary.
Yeah, like call them bad, call them, you know, like you kicked their ass and that. But then
Yeah.
people go that extra step and really like cross the line, and it's like, oh, this is I can't listen to this.
Yeah, no.
This makes me like I don't know. I think it's because we went through it as kids, like going in lobbies like that and hearing it,
Mm.
and just not to hear it for a while and then go back to hearing it. It's like nothing's
Yeah.
changed. Nothing's changed. It's the exact same.
Nothing's really changed, man. It's, you know, you
No.
still got those people out there. And yeah, like I said, it doesn't hurt to do a little bit of shit talking, right? Yeah, get good.
Yeah.
You know, oh yeah, we swept you, whatever. But I always laugh at it though, because I've always wanted to be that type of player. Yeah, good game, guys. You know, good shit. You know, yeah, you
Yeah.
won.
Yeah.
You know, so it's always, I think it's sometimes funny when I hear people in public lobbies, right? Like some of the people that go negative too on the other team. Oh yeah, we kicked your ass. It's like,
Yeah.
yep, yeah, you sure did, buddy.
You won.
You sure
like,
did. Here's your
scoreboard's
participation
like-
trophy.
The scoreboard's like 100 to like 93. Like, they won by like 6
Yeah.
kills, and it was like one guy in your team with like no kills and like 6 deaths.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they won. Like, we have a comment in chat saying, "Do we think that they're gonna make Nuketown a zombie map?" Probably in the form of Onslaught as of right now, which is the game mode for PS4 and PS5.
Yeah.
But later down the line, I think they'll add it in as a full zombie experience. Why not? It'd be fun, right?
Exactly. And I think that should be the whole philosophy they take with this game. Because why
Yeah.
not? You
Yeah.
know, there's so much
Why
opportunity for this game. Well, hey,
Yeah.
you know, Kevin Drew, you know, what should we do this? Why not? You know.
Yeah, I think people like that.
Yeah, I think people like that. Let's do it. You know.
And it's not costing them anything. Because if they want to reuse assets, reuse the whole map. Reuse the whole map.
Yeah.
If they give us the content, you know, like
Yeah, exactly.
let us. I don't know. I think the zombie, like, you know, like the a zombies Nuketown, and the only wonder weapon would be the ray gun on that. I think that'd be fun. I think that should be fun, classic zombies.
Yeah, that'd be
You and your
good.
friends would find camping spots and that. You know, it'd be training as well. It'd be good. It'd be fun. Classic
would
Nuketown
be
zombies.
fun.
I think it would play very similar to Black Ops 2 zombies as far as training and that goes. But I think there'd be a lot more new strategies found as well.
Would the perks drop in? I think-
Probably not.
I think, yeah, I don't think they would either. I think there would
I think
be
because-
the arsenal would probably be like in the greenhouse, and then the ammo crate and the
No.
crafting table would
Yeah.
be like in the yellow house. You know, things
Yeah,
like
and then
that.
the perks would be scattered around the map. I think
Yeah.
because let's think. No, I think Nuketown. Well, we see the Alpha Omega, right? That didn't drop in. I think that was
Right.
an experience exclusive just to
Just the Black Ops 2
Black Ops
Nuketown.
2.
Yeah.
yeah,
Fair
it was a
enough,
cool
yeah.
experience that completely shaked up the game. But I don't think they do it again. I think they want like, okay, here's where the perks are gonna be. You know, to
Mm.
probably cater more to that newer player. You know, gets in first time, picks up Jug, and then dies, and they get back in. I was like, well, Jug's not here. I want to leave. This makes me angry.
Yeah.
A small percentage. They're probably looking at that as like it's small, but it's like numbers really add up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something stupid to get mad about, but I could definitely see it being possible. So I think overall, just to save them time and get more content out, they'd be like, this doesn't need to happen. Let's just put the perks on the map like normal.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I think also too, I just thought of this now, and I think
Mhm.
this will be the last topic before we wrap up here. But I think
Yep.
I just thought of this now, right? Because Requiem, the strike team, is going and visiting older sites of zombie, you know, lore and
Yeah.
all the temporal disruptions and ether shattering, you know, all the crazy stuff, right? I just thought in my head, right? You know how people want Transit and Buried and Die Rise remastered?
Yep. They want it back. Yeah.
Think about the pylons. What better way for temporal disruption than the communication tower from Transit to talk through the ether? So the strike team is tasked with securing the asset, and they secure that. So then they have to go to Die Rise and activate the next one. So then they go to Buried, and Samantha Maxis, she's a double agent. This is her whole plan the whole time. She gets control of the ether once again, and then that's the final boss for the final DLC.
just Samantha evil, and then
Evil Samantha,
do you think it
yeah.
ends on a cliffhanger, or do you think it'll give us something, a little taste of something? I think this season we'll probably get more DLC maps after the game's done.
Yeah, maybe potentially because of the seasonal system.
I think Black Ops 4, it was gonna have it. They're gonna have 2 seasons of zombies, and obviously that got cut short because people weren't really enjoying the game.
Right.
But if people are enjoying this game, then why not? Again, why not?
Exactly, dude.
And it's not like Modern Warfare 20, whatever they call the game, right? Like called 2021 is going to have zombie maps, probably. Actually, that must be. Well, I think we'll talk about that next week. But that's quite an interesting topic now that the game is doing well again.
I think it would, because now I think Activision sees that, yeah, people actually like zombies. No one liked fucking survival from Modern Warfare.
And that's why that game will actually flop. So we probably should have went with zombies, but
yeah,
I think that would just cause like people getting bored again.
True, some zombies fatigue again. You think?
I don't know. After this season, I really or not like this map, and like when this DLC cycle kind of continues, we'll see how it performs. Because with the whole system that, like, I can't really see them adding bad maps in, like maps that just aren't fun to play. I don't know if it performs really well. Who knows? Maybe Activision like, okay, let's make more maps. Mm-hmm. Infinity Ward, you made that Zombies in Spaceland one once. It was really good, really cool. Let's get more.
This is just Zombies in Spaceland 2.
For like the whole like season of their game, it's just Zombies in Spaceland. Same trailer.
That's it.
Same trailer.
Same.
They just upload it.
New characters every just but the same map.
Yeah, just same map.
How's it going? I'm doing good, chat. Hope you guys are having a good day. But yeah, I think oh man, I just thought of that for because again,
that's such a good idea.
You got the portal, the Dark Aether portal. Like a portal could open at Green Run, you know, because Maxis and Richtofen talking through the ether, and they got the pylons. I think that'd be so cool. Like really get into the fucking lore of the ether. How does the ether work? You know, how does this really spectral realm work? How does this ethereal realm of seemingly infinite possibilities work? You know?
Yeah.
And so, dude, if they want to incorporate it that way, I think that'd be sick. And then they would give people their Transit Die Rising Buried remaster.
That'd be great.
Absolutely.
That'd be a great time.
Thanks for the host. I appreciate that.
It makes perfect sense as well, because I don't know. She obviously remembers what happened, right? Yeah. That maybe she liked it more when she was in complete control.
That's what I'm saying. Right?
She's not like a crazy little girl now, right? She's like
calculated.
Like, she's sound of mind, and she's more like composed and things like that, right? So maybe her mindset's now like, well, actually,
yeah,
I like being in control. I like having control over everything. Let's get back to that. I can use these people because they don't know half of what I know.
Dude,
I know everything. I was controlling it. Here's the topic.
It would be a power move. It would be a power move from Samantha, absolutely.
Yeah, here's what I think as well, right? Well, let's be the last thing before we end, right? What's controlling the zombies? Do you know what's actually controlling them? What's making them like the way they are?
Thing, you know,
because they have eye colors, don't they?
Okay. The thing about the eye colors, no one gives a crap about eye colors anymore. Like
fair enough.
It's been so like. So many people are trying to like crack the mystery of like, well, Richtofen is this eye colors. Like, eye colors to Treyarch don't matter.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. But I get what you're saying there. However, I still think we have Apothicon influence. I still think there's something going on in the back with the Apothicons, because if you think about it, and as you saw in the Revelations cutscene, right? The Apothicons were shooting 115 into dimensions. So why wouldn't they want to reshoot 115 into other dimensions? You know, and so let's try to reclaim this. You know, all the Dark Aether portals could be their way to do that. And so zombies are coming from the Dark Aether. Mm-hmm. So, you know, all these dimensional rifts in the earth is what fucked everything up. And that's the whole reason why we went to Die Maschine, so we could stop that portal, so we can stop the rift.
Yeah.
So
But who knows? Maybe
yeah.
maybe we caused it to have even more damage or something. I don't know. We'll have to wait until more
knows?
DLC, more story stuff.
It'll be
But I'm excited
interesting.
for the future of this game. I think reflecting to sum things up, reflecting after the week, I think the initial hype wasn't just there because of the honeymoon phase. I think it was there because it's a solid game.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed. You know, there's so much potential in this game, and a lot of people are just excited about it. You know,
yeah,
I understand the criticism of, don't get too excited. It's just the honeymoon phase. But
yeah.
honestly, man,
Nah,
this is a good game, and I think people should get
yeah,
more excited.
yeah, exactly.
So,
I completely agree as well.
yeah, all in all, it's exciting. Very exciting times,
Mhm,
ladies and gentlemen. So, I think we're
mhm.
going to be wrapping things up here for this episode of the
Yeah,
podcast. What do
yeah.
you guys think about Black Ops Cold War Zombies? Let us know in the comments. And I guess that's about it. I'll go ahead and link Cosmic's channel down in the description of this YouTube video.
Thank you.
And that's about it. So, any other quick little closing thoughts before we say goodbye?
Um, just your channel will be in my link description as well for everyone to go over to your Twitch and all that good stuff.
Much appreciated, my man. So, anyways, guys, I guess with that said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, depending on where you are in this crazy world. That concludes episode 25 of the podcast. We'll see you guys next week at 2 o'clock p.m. Pacific time and 10 o'clock p.m. British time for another installment of the podcast. And we will see you both. We will see you both. My words don't work.
See you
Both of
all.
us will see you all
See you
next time. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. Peace.
Bye now.